Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and welcome to Photokina 2014, where the photographic world gathers in Cologne, Germany every 2 years. I want to thank BlackRapid for being the reason that Stephen and I were able to get out here this year to bring you all of the information and a show recap. So, what are we going to see when we walk through in just a couple of minutes? We have new things from Nikon, Canon, Fuji, Sigma, Tamron, all of these other companies. There is a lot to see, not so much new stuff this year, but it's all about seeing what the world of photography has to offer. So let's take a walk through Photokina 2014. We're in the BlackRapid booth, and I've got two unicorns. What are your names, unicorns?
We are the two Miris, actually.
Like Miriam.
Miri and Miri.
Hey, what is unicorn in German?
Einhorn. It's Einhorn.
Like Ira Einhorn?
Yeah, one horn.
Like from the movie.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That was a good movie. So where are we right now?
We are at the BlackRapid booth at the Photokina in Hall 4.1. Yeah.
Hall 4.1, which is
4.1.
good. That's upgraded from 3.1 last time. You want to go up in numbers. So you're wearing the new kick strap for the ladies in pink.
Yeah.
Which is hashtag kick cancer.
That's
Check
why
that
we're
out.
wearing the tutus.
Oh yes, they have the tutus. I wore the tutus. I'm not wearing. Where are you looking, Stephen? I don't have my tutu on. But I did wear lipstick and a tutu earlier. But I wanted to say hi to the ladies. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
All right. I just got to hear some German today. Something good.
Okay, well, don't mess with the unicorn.
In German.
So this is verärgere nicht das Einhorn.
Verärgere nicht das Einhorn. Don't mess with the unicorns. All right, thanks, ladies. We're going to go over here. It was lovely to see you again.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you
Enjoy
again.
the show.
Now, go ahead and... So we're going off into the sunset. So here we go, Stephen. What we have here, which is pretty new, well, actually, it's very new. It was just announced yesterday from BlackRapid, is the backpack strap. Have you ever been wearing a backpack and you're trying to use your strap, but it gets stuck underneath the loops and all of that stuff? Well, finally, they have a solution. It is the backpack strap. You need a D-loop up here, and you don't need one down here. You just hook on, and as long as you have it, you hook this other one, and you're ready to go just like any other BlackRapid strap. Pretty darn cool, not bad for $34.95 if you're out there hiking or doing anything. Like, whenever I'm traveling, and I have this on my ThinkTank bag, on my backpack, I have a loop up here. It's going to be so great to connect up here, connect down here, and to have my BlackRapid working very well. Maybe they'll make one in red for the FroKnowsPhoto people out there for the I Shoot Raw edition. But really, that's it. You know about the straps. You know I have my own I Shoot Raw BlackRapid edition. This is something new. They are starting to branch off into other directions, and this is a nice direction. And this guy's got great pecs. You got great pecs, my friend. And there you have it. We're moving on. So we're here at the F&V booth in Photokina because they have some new stuff. This is a bicolor light. This is a bicolor light that is 3 times the output of the light that's coming from this square thing right here. We have something similar to this at home that we use when we're out on location doing the mobile raw talks, but I would love to have one that is this large. One that basically has 2 square panels all in one. But what's cool about the output of these is that you have 2 colors. You've got daylight all the way on this side, so you can go to daylight, and then if you want to have the tungsten, you have the tungsten going all the way here. And now this may mess with the video a little bit, but we're changing the brightness. They get really, really bright. We use 3 of these on location, similar to this, when we are shooting the mobile raw talks. And they're great because they're powerful, easy to carry around, they're small, and we can pretty much fly with them. But I really want something like this. You can see that it, can I flip it around? You've got this nice big panel put together very well, and then you can see how nice it's lighting my face. Right in my face right here, nice panel. I can't wait to get these. This is F&V lighting, some new stuff from them. Check it out on their site, and there you have it. So we are at Benro. You gotta check out all of the stuff they have. Look at all of these tripods in their booth, including this really big ass tripod that goes to 82 inches or so, but it's only 8 pounds in 5 sections. That's because it's carbon fiber. You can pick it up. It is really, really light, but look how tall this thing is. It's much taller than me, and it's kind of like a jungle gym, but it will hold up to 70-some pounds, so it's not gonna hold me, but it's gonna hold a ton. So we're using these in the studio right now back at home for raw talk. We like to travel with them. You have your video options, you have your photo options, but so far we've liked what we've seen when we've tested them out, and that's really it, so we're moving on. So here we are at the Fuji booth because I have the X100T. I just realized that the other one was the S. Now they added a T. The next one may be a U. But really, this is a 3rd generation camera that's added some refinements that Zkarias will definitely be happy with, because we all know that Zkarias loves these cameras. Personally speaking, what I like that they added is the Wi-Fi capability, because now if I take this out and I'm shooting somewhere, I can connect to my phone, play with Instagram, edit in Snapseed, and then upload it right for people to see. So that's one of the reasons I didn't initially like the X100 myself. It was a different way of shooting. But now that you have a way to think about it where you have Wi-Fi capability, I can now sit there on a bus or sit there on a train, start playing with the photos that I'm capturing right here, and then get them up into the world so I can share them right away. That is a really cool feature to have. But honestly, it's more of a refinement as you step up. You've got better focusing system. I love the hybrid viewfinder. I can't wait for more companies to put that in with newer DSLR cameras, not just these smaller ones. But look, if you're looking for something small to carry around that's going to give you one fixed lens, going to give you some ability to get pretty cool pictures out and about without people knowing much about what you're doing, the X100T is going to be that option, and it's $12.99, so you have to decide if that's worth it for you, but I know it is for a lot of people out there. So that is the new Fuji X100T. At the Nikon booth, we have the Nikon D750. Now, there's a lot of, I will say, controversy, because a lot of people are bitching and moaning that this isn't a replacement to the D700. I don't know. I haven't used this. This is the first time that I held on to it. And yes, it is thin and slim and narrow. It's like it went on a Jenny Craig diet. Maybe it did. It fits in the hand. It's fine. I like the specs that it offers, but yes, this top screen is much smaller. This back screen, you know, look, you have this. This is the first time they have something like this. Some people are worried that it's going to break. This is metal. This doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like plastic. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. So you can't really judge a camera by looking at the specs online and then saying, oh, I hate this or I hate that. You have to use it. So when I buy it and get my hands on it to test it out, that's when I'll be able to give you a full-on review. Based off the specs, I'm very happy with it. Holding on to it, it does feel slimmer and narrower in the hand, but I can hold on to it. I would like a vertical grip because I like shooting with a vertical grip. Other than that, it really is. Look, it is narrow. It's a smaller screen, but I'm sure if I hit the info button on the back, I have all the info in the world that I need right here where it's always at on the Nikons. Everything is right where it belongs. You've got it, it works, that's where it is. But the real test comes when we actually use this thing, and that's why I will reserve my final judgment, that's right, whether it goes this way, or this way. Whichever way Gladiator goes, we're gonna figure it out. But it sounds not as good as a D4S because the shutter sounds very cheesy. But still, this is the Nikon D750. It's just a quick hands-on. The first time I held onto it, the screen seems fine. I would like one of these on a pro camera so I can rotate it when I need it for shooting video or whatever I need it for. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, here in the Canon booth at Photokina because we have the 7D Mark II in our hands. They have set up a soccer thingamabobber for a guy to juggle some balls, and he's going to be doing a good job with that right now. But I'm not going to go through all of the specs of this camera because by now you already know the specs. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on this from Allen's because I want to play with this camera. I want to see how it works. I want to try the 10 frames a second that everybody's talking about. How is it going to be for sports? Because this is a sports camera, as they've said it. You get that 1.6 crop factor in the APS-C size sensor. So keep in mind 20.2 megapixels. If you want to crop, that's up to you, you can do that. But the features that I'm most interested in are the speed, how am I going to shoot, but how accurate are those 65-point autofocuses? That's what I want to see. Will I do it in 3D tracking? Will it follow it? Will I independently select it? But from what I've seen so far is that the focus points go all the way out to the edges. You have a lot of coverage there, which means you can select all across the board where you're going to focus. So that's just for stills, but for video, you have the dual pixel AF that's going on. The only thing that's missing with that for video is being able to have a touch screen where you actually can touch and move the focus where you want it. I'm not sure how that's going to work in here because I liked it in the 70D where I could touch on the left, touch on the right, and it could focus wherever I wanted it. So I'm a little concerned about that because I'm not sure in video how you're going to be able to decide where you're going to move your focus to. So that's one thing that I'm concerned about. But I'm really not concerned about the image quality. You have high ISO capability. Believe me, this camera's been in the works for a long time, and they wouldn't have left some things out of it. What I do like, you have a CF card and an SD card built in here, so it's nice to have the dual option so you can back up to it. But really, people like the autofocus, the 10 frames a second, and the video capabilities. 1080 at 60 frames a second is definitely something worth having in your camera. So this is just a quick look at the 7D Mark II. I'm going to pick one up so we can test it, review it, play with it, and see what you guys think of the results that we capture. So that is it from the Canon booth. There's some soccer going on that I'm going to go ahead and shoot. And there you have it, Jared pulling FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. So here we have the Western Digital My Passport Wireless. This thing just came out and from what I was told is doing very, very well. People are interested in being able to either wirelessly transfer their images from their new cameras or from their phones or tablets. But also what I like about it is that we have an SD card slot built into the side. So if we're out and about shooting the GoPro or shooting a lot of video from the D610s or anything that takes an SD card, we're able to just sit here without a computer, pop it in there, let it transfer everything. And what's even better than that is that we can use the iPhone or whatever phone that you have to see the images or to set up this device to see what you want it to do when you're using it. So that's a great option. You can use it for your home networks, you can use it as a backup drive, you can use it as a media player type thing. You could have 4 different people accessing it to watch HD video. Now, when you're watching HD video, you're talking about 6 hours of battery life, but in standby, you're also looking at 20 hours of battery life. You could also plug it in, so you're going to get infinite battery because you're going to be plugged in there, or as long as you're plugged into the wall. But this really, it comes in 3 sizes, 500, 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, varying different prices, which you can see online. But honestly, this is something that I would throw in the bag because with the amount of travel that we're doing, sometimes you don't want to break out the laptop to sit there and either preview the images or review them or back them up. You can do it to here first and then back up to other solutions that you may have. So this is a pretty interesting device that I can't wait to actually try on my own time. So this is the Western Digital My Passport Wireless. Check this thing out. It may be for you. Here is the Sigma 150 to 600. That's right, this is a 5 and f5.0 to f6.3 all the way out at the end. I didn't know what to expect when I heard about this lens. I didn't think it was going to be so big or gargantuan. At first I was probably going to rip it apart going, it's just another mega zoom that is going to look like crap all the way out at the end because it's a 6.3. But this thing is substantial. So what they just told me that this is the sports version. There's also going to be a contemporary version, which is going to be a little lighter. It's going to be more affordable. Well, not say more affordable, it's going to be less expensive. This one's going to be $19.99 flat. No 99, no 95 after it, $19.99. So I can't rip on something until I've actually tried it. This is something that, now that I see it, I'm starting to get the gears turning on where I could use it. To me, let's see what it smells like first, and then we can go into something else. Yeah, it's smelling like Mustafa. Do it again from The Lion King, because this is something you want to take out on a safari. right? You're going to be shooting 150 to 300, 150 to 600. I haven't seen a range like that. So this is something that if you are out on a safari, out and about, maybe even shooting sports where you don't need to blow the background out as much, this could be something for you. Again, such a range for $2,000, that's less expensive than you're going to see a 70 to 200 2.8 for some of the Nikon and Canon versions. Also, I did this and it creeps on you, but they did think of something good here, that at each one of these stops, you can lock it in and it's no longer going to move. So you can lock it at 150, 180, 200, 250, 300, 400, 500, and 600. And also, it can be push-pull like this. Yeah, right? Push-pull. So you got that. It's kind of like cocking the gun. But nobody's falling, so it doesn't have any good ammo in it. So that is it. This is something new from Sigma. Check it out. 150, 600, under $2,000. Is it for you? We'll see. So I'm here with Peter Weisner in the Tenba booth. We've been checking out their products, but they have some new things. Peter, what do we have here?
We got new cable pouches. It has a deep side that's perfect for like lavalier mics with the antenna extended, so you don't have to bend it, doesn't get wrecked. It also a perfect fit for a Zoom H6 with the mics attached, and then the cable management is on the back side.
This is definitely something that I see us traveling with, because we're taking the Zoom H6s, we're taking the lavalier packs, we've got our Rode microphones. We need stuff like this, and then having that on the back, plus you can see through it.
Yeah.
Is that your idea that you could see through it?
No, it's the designer. She's brilliant.
She's good?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a nice little piece. I like that.
Then we have this new toolbox, which is similar to a cable pouch, but it's hard-sided, so it's more protective. So it's a little bit better for camera systems. You can fit a shoe mount flash in here. You can fit a GoPro system with backs, batteries, and accessories, and then drop it inside of another bag.
And these come in 2, 4, and 6, or 2, 6, and 8?
2, 6, and 8.
How'd you come up? Where's the 4?
This is the 4.
Oh.
No, this isn't 2 inches tall.
Yeah, all right.
4, 6, and 8.
It's 4, 6, and 8.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Right.
But that's cool. I definitely could see using this. We need GoPro management. All right,
Cool.
what else do we have? Do you want to, can we go over to the big stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Steven, we're going to go over to the big stuff real quick. Oh, is this the new iMac?
That's the 27. Yeah,
Man,
very,
look,
very thin,
man,
right?
this is nice and
it's
light.
Almost nothing.
Where'd
Feels like it's made out of foam.
Oh, and it's
foam
double-sided. You have 2 monitors, not just one, only at the Tenba booth.
Yep, this is our shipping case for the 27-inch iMac. The case with the computer inside is under 50 pounds, so you don't even have to pay overage.
Well, which is perfect, because anybody that's flown with a lot of gear, and Digi Richie talks about this stuff, is 50 pounds is the max that you go on the plane with before you start paying more. But we love this thing.
Awesome.
Are you in the videos?
I am.
You're
in
the one who made the videos.
I'm the guy in the videos.
I saw that.
They don't give this nose to just anybody. You got to be special.
And you're not even Jewish.
You know?
All right, what else is next?
Over here we got the case. Actually, this is a big deal because this is for the new Mac Pro.
So this is new.
Yeah.
Because on the website you didn't have it. So let's see the new Mac Pro.
Yeah.
And here it is, the new Mac Pro. It's nice and glossy. But awesome. Tell us about this one.
Same thing, shippable case for the Mac Pro. If you look on the website, we got a picture of me on top of a sumo wrestler on top of this case that's 600 pounds on top of it.
So what? You're the 120 pounds and he's the rest?
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, shippable cases for all kinds of stuff. Everything from light stands to lights to cameras, Apple computers, ASO displays, everything.
That's really good stuff. This stuff is built like a brick. The only thing I didn't like was the sniff test.
Yeah.
I think you guys, it smelled like an old woman.
Right, yeah, we need to work on that.
You need to work on the smell.
Next year's model, chocolate.
Chocolate, there you go. I'm here in the BlackRapid booth in Photokina here in Germany because there is a very good project I want to talk about. It's called the Tutu Project. That's why I'm wearing a tutu. Look, I'm wearing a tutu. It's so pink and it's so beautiful. But that's not the only reason I'm wearing a tutu. It's because of the Tutu Project. You can go to thetutuproject.com to get more information about that. But BlackRapid has created the kick strap in pink to support the Tutu Project. It's a $71 US strap, but $10 from it is going to go directly to the Tutu Project. So check that out. Definitely support it. It's a nice strap for the women. It's curved, so it goes around the tutus, and then it comes back around and lets you hang your strap. So that's definitely worthwhile. But also, use the hashtag #KickCancer. Want to hear your stories about how cancer has affected you any way that it has. And BlackRapid is going to be giving away prizes randomly for people that do share that hashtag. So definitely tell your stories any way that they go. We all have stories of how cancer has touched us, whether you've lost somebody or somebody has kicked it. They're all good stories to tell because we need to hear them. So go ahead and put out that hashtag and you maybe will walk away with something nice. So definitely do that. I think I should wear some pink lipstick, but Miriam wasn't gonna let me wear it the other way. So I have to wear it this way. What's it called again? It's called Candy Yum Yum. So I'm gonna sign out and then we're gonna put on some lipstick, but definitely check out the Tutu project and check out the new BlackRapid strap. Jared Polin, Fro knows photo.com. I'm pretty much holding a car because this is $30,000. This is the Mamiya Leaf Credo 50 that was just announced. What is unique and cool about this is that it's using a Sony CMOS sensor. It's a 50 megapixel CMOS sensor, correct? 50? Yeah. 50 megapixel CMOS sensor, but the point here is that it's CMOS. That means you can shoot at higher ISOs. I can go onto the touch screen back here and go into the menu somewhere, I think, there it is, ISO, just like my phone, and pick something like 6400 ISO. That you haven't seen really before in a camera like this. It's giving you the versatility to go out there, or me, to go into a pit shooting a concert and use something that is pumping out these 50 megabyte raw files. It's not something I could have done before, being limited to 400 ISO with some medium format cameras. This is a pretty awesome thing. I hope to get my hands on a unit to actually take it out and test, but that is one of the coolest things, is having that CMOS sensor and the ability to shoot at 6400 ISO. Now for people that shoot buildings and in studios, you can purchase just the back. The back can go onto it can go onto a studio camera so that you can shoot anything that you're working on in the studio, shoot it tethered. This version right here, this will shoot 1.2 frames a second. Got to remember that it's a medium format camera, so you're not going to pump through that many frames per second. But this, again, it's $30,000 for the setup, just about 20,000 euros you're looking at for the back only. But this thing is pretty darn cool. I hope to get to use it, and I hope you guys get to get a hand on it one day also. Wouldn't this look great in the loft? I think it would. This is a Canon Imageprograf. This is the IPF 8400. It does 44-inch wide prints. It has 12 ink cartridges. It's like filling it. It's like you go to the gas station, you get CMYK and all of these different colors, you just start filling it up because it's going to cost you some money. But I would love to try one of these bad boys out because I like big ass prints. You know I like printing big prints. This thing is going to do it. You watch it do it right now. Well, I want to see it in my loft printing out. So Canon, please send me one of these so we can make some of those big prints, because I have an elevator. We have an elevator and I have a loading dock, so you can just bring it in. There's no more excuses. Do it, I'll test it. We can show you how it works. So there you have it. Awesome. I want one of these. So here we are with the Sony QX-1. This is a second generation model of a type of a camera that attaches to your cell phone. It's basically just a lens that you have a shutter button on and you shoot. But what's different about this model is that you can actually take the lenses off some way or another. Right here, I'll show you. And you can see the sensor inside. Now it's a unique idea, but it's very awkward to hold a camera like this and to shoot pictures. I personally wouldn't do this. It gets down to that thing where you want to carry around a smaller camera, but then it's kind of awkward to shoot. You still have to carry around the lenses. It's not going to fit in your pocket anymore, so you still need an extra bag. So Sony, this is their second generation, well, first generation of this one, but second generation into this type of camera. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens, but that's what we have here at the Sony booth. So what have we found here in Photokina? Well, we found something called the Copter Case. Copter Case. That's from a company, B&W. I haven't actually heard of them. It looks like their website is B&W International or something. But why is this interesting? Well, you pop open the Copter Case, and what do you have inside? You have a DJI Phantom, or a DJI Phantom. This is something that's very useful for today. We need to transport these often, and I haven't figured out how to do it the best way yet, but this seems to be an awesome option for carrying around your DJI Phantom and the accessories that go with it. So definitely check this thing out. It's a company, B&W. Looks like B&W International. This is the Copter Case. Now we're at the Zeiss booth where we have the Otus, the 85 1.4 You've already seen that I've reviewed the 55 1.4, and it is, yeah, it's very sharp, but it's very expensive, and that is exactly what you're gonna see with this. This is heavy. Look at the hunks of glass in here. It's like Baywatch. You know, it's like, what's that guy's name from Baywatch? David Hasselhoff. I mean, everybody in Germany loves the Hasselhoff, right? No, see, this guy loves the Hasselhoff. This guy right here says he loves them. But really, that's what it looks like. It looks like a beefcake of a Hasselhoff. This is a massive lens. First thing I'm noticing is that it focuses much smoother than the 55. When I reviewed the 55, it was much tighter, so that, I don't know what the difference is. But also, it has a aperture ring down here, which the 55 doesn't have. So that is definitely surprising. But look at the size of this lens. This is huge, huge. Again, who's it for? It's for somebody that's driving like a Mercedes or a Lexus, or that's a doctor that thinks they need to have the latest and greatest lens in the world, that they don't even know how to focus, they don't know what they're doing. That, really, I don't know who else would buy this. I honestly don't. I can't see myself using something like this, not even for video. I can't see it. I can't see it for the expense, and I can't see it for the fact that it doesn't autofocus. Now, that's me personally. If you're a doctor or a lawyer and you just want to have the latest and fanciest, most expensive gear, then this is for you, of course. But we will leave the David Hasselhoff lens right here, and that is going to be it. This is the Otus 85 1.4 manually focused here from Photokina. That's it. So ThinkTank just came out with a gargantuan bag called the Production Manager 40. 50? 40? 40. Yeah, 40. They haven't come out with the 50 yet, but that would be as tall as me. This is a massive bag. Now, it's not meant for flying. It's meant to be pulled in and out of your car. So when you're traveling, if you've got light stands or tripods that you want to attach to the side, you can do that. It has a strong back because you're pulling it in and out of cars, so you don't want to bounce anything off the back inside. You can put your light heads in here. You can put other accessories, your umbrellas. But the big question for me, because the thing is huge, is does it come with a raincoat? Because every ThinkTank comes with a raincoat. So let's get down here and open it up. Look at the size of these zippers. It's like you could put a piano in here, 81 whole keys, or it's 80 whole keys in here. If you needed long places to put your cables, you can put your cables up here. There is a nice plastic bag that it will come in at first. That goes back in there. Then, when I finally can reach the other side, you open it up, you see you have double padding here, you get all of the extra, look, I have so many extra one of these things floating around at home that I don't know what bag they go in anymore because ThinkTank gives you so many of them. Obviously, ton of pockets to do what you need to do with there, and then the raincoat is actually right here. And it is big, so if you ever get stuck in the rain or you need to fly, you have, I don't know if this actually goes around my head. It won't fit around my head, but it's like a cape, or it's raining and we need to protect the hair, you have this. So that's worth buying just for this, so you can hide underneath in case of rain. But it's also pretty darn heavy. We're gonna pack that away in there. That takes up its own spot. And let's see how it works for basically a mobile workout system. You know, because when you travel and you're on the road, you need to figure out how can you do like curls and stuff, but then it's so nice. Oh, by the way, it has wheels on the bottom. They go round and round. Sometimes you just get tired on the road of not being able to work out, and you just gotta do it. Oh, it's too light. Can we get somebody to sit on it, please? Nobody wants to sit on it. Please don't sit on it. But yeah, so you can do that. And really, it's an expensive bag. How much did we say? $550? $550, but if you have a lot of gear and you need to put it in one single bag, this one's gonna do it. So that's about it. This, again, Production Manager 40. Here we are in the Three-Legged Things booth because they just came out with a new line of tripods called the Punk line. There is Rick, which is this is carbon fiber, and there is Viv, which is the aluminum, well, it's the alloy version that they have. One is carbon fiber, one is alloy, one is $199, one is $299. So they're priced in the lower end range for people that want something light and stable to carry around their gear. Could be for micro four thirds, but it does hold up to 22 pounds, which could work with your higher end camera if you want something really light and really small to do that. It comes with a very small beating stick that you unscrew. I don't know what you're gonna hurt with this one. Maybe if you wanna beat somebody, get the alloy one, because this one's not gonna hurt people too much. But check it out, three-legged things. This is the Punks version. That's it. We found the LYTRO ILLUM. That's right, the second generation LYTRO, of which I ripped on the first generation and probably proceeded to rip on the second generation pretty hard. But now I'm actually holding this thing. Now it's $1,500 in the US. That is very expensive for this technology, but this is a progression. It's a step up from the first one. Of course, that's the important thing when you're in business, is to keep progressing and making a better camera. We all know what light field does, or many of you know from the first generation, that it has to do with a lot of changing the focus. But I thought that that was a major mistake when they were promoting the camera originally, because from having discussions with them, they told me that the camera did more. It wasn't just about changing focus, it's about living images. And that starts to come into more perspective now that you have this better camera. The second generation that they made, you can see it looks like a camera more than the first one. That means they're bringing in the right people to help try to figure out the direction of where to take the company. So this is more like a camera that you can shoot. I still don't like that it doesn't have a viewfinder. It has a touch screen that comes out and lets you shoot at a waist level. That's nice. It's touchscreen. They should have an option, if you would like to spend more, to have an optical viewfinder. Whether it's an EV or whatever it's going to be, it would be very nice to have it in the camera. But seeing the perspective shifts, seeing the 3D capability, the raw field light technology, the images, the LYTRO RAW that they're capturing is a ton of data that they have to process and will be processing into the future. So an image that you take with the LYTRO today, you're going to be able to unlock the power of it in the future as they produce the software to unlock that. Now, watching the living images is very interesting, because when you can create an image that has motion, where the focus changes back and forth, it's almost like a video type thing, but it's all being done with one single shot. So that is something for the future that's going to be interesting. The question you have to ask is, will LYTRO live long enough to get to the point to see this actually cross over where it makes sense? It has a future if they can get there. So that is what I have to say about the LYTRO ILLUM. So what's new from GoPro? Nothing. We were all hoping for a GoPro 4, but it didn't happen. So I'm gonna walk. So we all know that Kickstarter has proven itself to be very effective for companies trying to get their products manufactured, and we've run into a bunch of them here at Photokina, and one of them is this Nero trigger. This is the Miops. This is the one that I backed and I talked about, where you can get all the information about on phronosphoto.com, but this is the Miops. It even has that laser option, so when I break this laser level thing, the flash is gonna go off. And the flash went off. So that's just one of the things that it does. Check out the little preview that we did about the Miops when we talked about it being a Kickstarter project. I am hopefully getting mine in December when those are supposed to be delivered, and I'm excited for that. Now my butt is gonna break the beams. So you guys aren't gonna believe, I got a whisper for this one. We've been searching long and hard at Photokina for something so amazing, something so just different. And I think we finally found it in the wild. It's the wild Zkarias. Look at the facial hair. Have you ever seen such facial hair like this? He's got this thing right here. It's just, I just want to run my hands right through it. It's all silver, it's all amazing, it's hairy. That's right. It's the Zkarias talking right now in the Fuji booth. He's so good, I'm gonna go listen. 512 gigabytes. That's right, Sandisk came out with the 512 gigabyte card. Now, they just told me that in 2003, they released their first 512 megabyte card, so it's 1,000 times more storage on this bad boy, and it's $799. No, it's not Canadian, it's dollars. So $799 for this bad boy. Who's it going to be for? Well, with the 4K cameras coming out and the more storage needs for the better quality photos and video, you need something like this to store that information. It's also pretty fast for transfer, and it's only going to get bigger, better, and cheaper as time goes on. Kind of like me, bigger, better, cheaper, all of those things. But really, I don't think it's for your still photo needs as much, but more so for the higher quality video. So this 512 gigabytes is more than some computers have still for the solid state. So backup needs, anything else, this could be it. So you have to remember that when you're at a photo show, you're not only going to find optics that are for photography, you may also find optics that are for hunting. There's spotting scopes, there's all of those different types of things. And this is a scope that you could use for hunting, or in my type of usage, I would probably use it for target type practice so that I'm shooting a target and not anything else. But there is a whole subculture out there where optics are used not just for photography, so keep that in mind. You have something like this from Minox.
This year we launched our new DNA Messenger series. It sort of combines everything that's great about Tenba camera bags with everything that's great about a New York City messenger bag, because we're a New York City company. Sure. We have it in 4 sizes, from iPad mini up to a 15-inch laptop with an iPad and a Pro body with an attached 70 to 200 2.8. But one of the big deals about the smallest size, the DNA 8, is that all of the juice and excitement in the mirrorless world is on the high end, the Fuji X1T, the Sony A7, the Panasonic GH4. But all the bags that are sized for mirrorless cameras are made out of cheap polyester and look like they might have come free with an electric razor. So we made a high-end pro mirrorless bag. It's got German magnetic clips that just drop on and slide off, so you can do it with gloves and when it's behind you. Top access, so you can discreetly pull out gear. Removable interior, a double-sided rain cover that's silver to reflect the sun and heat, and black if you want to be more stealthy than shiny. And it's just an unbelievable bag. It's super lightweight, waterproof bottom. It's a real New York City messenger bag. It's just sized for a small mirrorless camera.
It's cool. I love the fact that you can get in it from the top. The magnets are pretty cool. I mean, I like the look. I do like the look. Does it come in all of these fine colors?
It comes in any color you want, as long as it's this
one?
exact graphite gray. Yes.
I like it. I like it. Let's keep going. But these are really cool bags. They're put together very well.
Also this year we launched this new bag for GoPro. We started shooting with GoPro internally, and we had 2 problems. Where do you put the Legos, and how do you get at the Legos when you're strapped to a snowboard? So we built a bag that allows you to swing it around while you're on a bike or on a snowboard, unzip the back, and it organizes all of the cameras and accessories inside.
Which is I'm always having this issue. Whoa, we lost the monopod.
We lost the monopod.
Oh no, this is the GoPro stick.
Yeah.
I'm always having this issue, is where do I put my GoPro stuff? I have other neoprene bags, but everything that I have for it, I can't see what I'm getting into. So seeing this right here, it's perfectly organized, especially if you need to just grab and go with just one thing.
GoPros have a really tough battery life, so it has a spot for batteries, thumb screws, pivot arms. It comes with a media wallet over here. In the top, it's got a spot for sunglasses. It fits a camelback.
I love the sunglass option. I do, because I wear glasses these days, and sunglasses I have to wear, and never know where to put them when I'm shooting.
You got to protect your shades.
Yep, that's a great little bag.
Up from that, if you're shooting with a DSLR, is a similarly styled bag, but for full-size cameras. So the 24-liter bag fits a 15-inch laptop, and it's got this new harness. The GoPro has the same, called Pivot Fit, that automatically adjusts for different shoulder shapes and types.
Very nice.
So it's a great fit. If you're a small female or a large, broad-shouldered male, it's going to automatically adjust to fit any body type.
And this will fit under my seat on an airplane?
Definitely.
Because
I
love the 15-inch laptop.
Yep.
So I'm always looking for a bag that works with that and fits under, and I can shoot out of it. So this seems to be a really, really awesome option.
Yeah, you can definitely shoot out of it because it's got the side access. You can fit a 5D with an attached 70 to 200 2.8 through the side and not even have to take the bag off to get it out.
Wow, that's awesome. How much is something like this?
$239 in the US.
That's not bad at all.
And then the largest size, which is our 32-liter, adds a molded pocket for sunglasses in the top.
I love the molded pocket.
Super protected. It adds an internal aluminum frame. Both models have a shotgun mic pocket here that goes all the way down. It'll even fit video monopods, even if it's got the 3 stabilizing feet. And the front pocket here on the 32-liter will fit a full-size O'Connor O-box inside the bag. It's the only bag we know of that'll do that.
O-box?
The O-box.
O-box.
Yeah.
Got it. O'Connor O-box. Is that what you have to show us?
Yeah, that's what I got for you.
Where can they get more information on everything?
Tenba.com. Tenba.com.
There you go.
Hello, I'm a dog with a GoPro on my back, and I have one. I hear squirrel. Oh look, there's a kid. He's got a GoPro here. If you want to protect your kid at all times and make sure that nobody is abusing them, put a GoPro on them.
put another GoPro on them, and then put a GoPro on their helmet. And you never know, you could get something. It's good. Look, it's a dog. Squirrel. So here we are at the Panasonic booth. We have a Panasonic GH4. This is what a lot of people are talking about because of the 4K video in such a small package. You have a mirrorless camera that is giving you 4K ability, and you have a lot of extra attachments that you can get. You could see all the specs online. I'm not going to go through them, of course, but the interesting thing is that you do 4K in a camera like this. Panasonic, over the last couple of years, have been putting out interesting cameras that are starting to really challenge Nikon, challenge Canon, to push them to the limits, to try to think differently, think outside of the box. So Panasonic has done a great job with that. The GH4 is something that so many people are really excited to use. I haven't used it before. I have to try one out, so I can't tell you too much about how it works because I've never used it before, but I can tell you that I've seen a lot of interesting setups of it because there's so many different attachments that you can get that it's interesting. That's where I gotta leave it because we gotta see how 4K works. We gotta see how it works with a smaller sensor. Will 4K in a larger sensor be better than 4K in a smaller sensor? I will think so, but we're gonna have to see because this is one of the only cameras out there that is currently doing it in this type of thing. What do we have here? Is it a beer cooler or is it something else? It is. It's called the G-Speed Studio XL with Thunderbolt. Look at this massive interior. You have space for 8 hard drives up to 64 terabytes currently running in this system. That's right, there's 8 terabyte drives in each of these bays, and they just told us they are working and testing on the 10 terabyte. This is an amazing backup solution. They said they like running RAID 6, you could run it RAID 5, you could run it however you want, but this is a lot of storage space that we kind of need when you start doing higher end video. How much? $7,000 is a lot of money fully loaded for 64 terabytes of backup solutions. That is the G-Speed Studio XL with Thunderbolt right here. So we have reached the end of Photokina 2014. It has been a blast. I first off want to thank BlackRapid for making this happen because if they weren't here, we wouldn't be sitting here making this video. So thank you first and foremost to BlackRapid. What did you guys like? Did you enjoy seeing the walkthrough of Photokina? We saw a lot of different gear, some new stuff, but then again, some stuff that we've seen plenty of times before. But I hope you enjoyed the coverage that we had. I want to thank Steven for being behind the camera. I want to thank myself for being the guy in front of the camera. And I want to thank everybody that stopped by and said hi because we met so many different Fro readers from pretty much around the world. It's very, very amazing to get here and pretty much just meet you guys, which is awesome. So I am going to sign out one last time from the show, and that is it. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. All right. Roll credits. All right. Credit number 1, thank you, BlackRapid. Credit number 2, Stephen Eckert on camera and FroKnowsPhoto loudness. Hey, urinal cakes. Everybody needs them.
Everyone needs them.
I should get FroKnows urinal cakes just for fun.
You should really.
Urinal cakes, Stephen. FroKnows urinal cakes. It smells like. How do you do this? I've never done this before.
I did other stuff too. I want to thank Airplane.
This one is from the Punks line. This is Rick.
I want to thank Photokina.
Is this Rick? So we're walking around and we came across this. It's a company called.
Without you being people, we wouldn't be here.
Oh.
Thank you to everybody at home for watching. We enjoy talking to you and stuff. And,
Did I get any on my
credits
teeth?
Keep going because
Is it good?
I don't know. I'm tired and. we forgot lots of
I may say earmuffs. You may not want to hear what I say at
the world
first.
above me right now. I'm thinking hopefully it
So
doesn't
here we have the Western Digital My Passport.
be in
Blah, 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 blah.
smushed. I
Passport.
don't kind of want to be smushed
Touchdown.
right now, but that's it. This is Photokina 2014. Thank you, BlackRapid. Thank you, everybody else. See ya.